Today I got to work on this big boy named Scrappy. Most people might think he looks scary, but he's a good boy. Gonna use all back to get him in the tub, and then we're gonna rinse down. We start off with that blueberry facial, get that sensitive shampoo rolling in for him, adjusting as needed. First time working on him, but he already knows what's about to happen, and he doesn't like it. But we don't want him going home with dirty buns. Now we get that soft rubber curry brush. We'll get him scrubbed up from head to paw for a few minutes. You can see he's losing quite a bit of hair, so we'll continue this process, all while he starts to shun me and turn his back on me. Still gonna get him nice and fresh and clean though. So get that rinse down, quick towel dry. Now onto the power dryer, where he was really good, except when I got around his face and ears, but that's normal. Once dry, get that Equus Premier spray with a rubber curry brush again. That's gonna help work it in and remove any loose hair. He has an excessive amount coming out, so we're gonna move over to that Sleek Easy. That's gonna do a lot better job of getting that loose dead coat out of him. After a few minutes with this brush, I always gotta leave time for cuddles and kisses, especially with those bully breeds. They always tend to be like this. A little bit more brushing, then him back to trying to give me all the kisses. Then of course I got to play with them and mess with them quite a bit. Definitely the best part of the groom. Next up, we're going to check out his nice, clean, healthy coat. No crazy hair coming out. And he's all ready to go home. Today I got to work on this big old Rottweiler. Always got to start with the love pats to the head. Now we're going to get him in the bath and start off with that blueberry facial. We'll get that shampoo rolling in. So big I got to get in there with him. Now I'll use a soft slicker brush and we'll get him brushed up from head to paw for 5 minutes. You can see it also works the shampoo in really well. Quite a bit of hair already coming out. Now we're also going to switch over to these gloves. It's going to work the shampoo in even better, and it works really well with this medium thick hair. And now on that rinse down, got to clear the drain. He shakes right in my face. Back to rinsing, quick towel dry. Now I'm going to use the power dryer on him, and thankfully he sits there for me. I was kind of afraid he'd be jumpy and really hard to hold in the tub. That's going to make his coat nice and fluffy. Now onto the avocado mist. We'll get that worked in with that rubber curry brush. Losing a good amount, so I'll switch over to that short-haired refresh. Now I'm going to brush him with this for 10 minutes and see how much hair is already coming out. He sees a dog getting crazy with the groomer and tries to intervene. Thankfully, I'm able to calm him down pretty quickly. Now, of course, my groomer's got to always do something. Okay, back to brushing. Now the best part, I always got to play with these big pups especially. They love those love pats and wrestling around. I wouldn't have it any other way. Now, I think I saw a Rottweiler with a green bandana before, so we'll go with that. Give him a dap goodbye. Check out his nice, clean, healthy, shiny coat. No crazy hair coming out. He's all ready to go home. Today I got to work on this long-haired husky. She was so sweet and calm, unlike so many huskies. You can just see it in her eyes. Nah, I'm just kidding. Check out that coat beforehand. It's looking pretty fluffy. A little bit impacted, but nothing too bad. So of course I'll start with that Equus avocado mist. Get that rubbed in really well. Now we'll do that pre-blowout. That's going to help loosen up that undercoat, as you can see here. Might need to pull some hair too as you go along. And like a normal husky, she doesn't like being touched in certain areas, or maybe every area. Block her with my leg here, and now she figures out how to get by. So I'm just going to have to hold her back end. Now let's take a look at the aftermath just from this pre-blowout. It almost never snows at my house, so might as well enjoy it while I can. She seems unbothered. Now I'm going to use this really stiff pin slicker brush, and that's going to help get all those parts that the power dryer couldn't. It's also going to get all those tangles out of the bud or any area like that. Of course, she can't make it easy on me. She's got to yell at me and fight me the whole time. Now I give her former self some cuddles. Now we'll get her in the tub and check out her coat. Looking much better and looser. Get her for a quick rinse down. Then we start off with that blueberry facial and we get that shampoo rolling in or shaking in, and the conditioner right on top. Now this flexible slicker, we'll brush her from head to paw for 10 minutes. Sometimes more, sometimes less. That's just about average. And overall, she does pretty well with the brushing. I mean, she screams at me quite a bit and moves on certain areas, but it's not too bad. As you're brushing, quite a bit of shampoo may come out, so you want to add shampoo as needed. And I don't want to bore you guys with too much brushing, so here's the last few clumps that came out with the rest of the brushing. Now we're going for that rinse down. Watch out for those shakes. Quick towel dry. Now into the power dryer. You can see how nice and fluffy her coat's starting to look. And she does really well with this, except right around her face, which is really common. Now onto the nails, where she turns into a little bit of a biter, so we'll get her muzzled up. And of course she becomes even more dramatic. Now that avocado mist again with these two brushes. Start with the slicker brush, get all those tangles out, and get some clumps of hair as well. Of course, she hasn't started to make it any easier. You can see all that we got out here. Now onto the refresh T-shed brush, and she becomes even more dramatic. So I show her the brush to make sure she knows it's not going to hurt her. Give her a little bit of pets. Now we'll double it up. All better. Spicy and brown, just like the wifey. Last couple times we'll finish up there. We're both tired, so we share a C4. Shave out a couple little mats behind her ears and get her booty cleaned up a little bit. Now the best part, we'll check out that nice, clean, healthy, fluffy, shiny coat. No crazy hair coming out. Got those buns all cleaned up, and she's all ready to go home. Today I got to work on this big boy named Winston on his second visit to Animal Kingdom. Got to keep his chompers looking nice, give him a good little teeth brushing. Then on to the nail grinding, and he wasn't a big fan, but we got through it okay. Now a quick rinse down for him. Then we started off with that blueberry facial, get that shampoo rolling in. Not forgetting his chunky toe beans. Now he thinks it's a twerking contest or something. Then we'll start getting him scrubbed up from head to paw with this rubber curry brush. Check it after a few times over, not too much, so just one more time. Now we'll go for that rinse down, quick towel dry. Next up we got the power dryer, and he's not really a big fan, but that's really common, so we're just going to take it easy with him. Making sure he doesn't just plow his way off the table, and also try to make sure he knows it's okay and get him better for the next time. Now that avocado mist again, we'll get that rubbed in really well. And you can't really see too much here, but a lot of hair is coming out, so we'll move over to that Sleek Easy. Got a cool new design. I'm going to brush him for a full 10 minutes here just because of the excessive shedding. He does really well and enjoys it, and here's a close-up of how much hair is actually coming out just from that 10 minutes. Now, nice fresh green bandana. Check out that nice, clean, healthy, shiny coat. No crazy hair coming out. Got him so brown he forgot how to speak English. He's all ready to go home. Today I got to work on this little Frenchie named Willow. She was actually adopted last year because of one of my videos here at a local shelter. Now today I get to work on her. Gonna get those nails grinded up, and she was so calm for a Frenchie. Now we'll get her rinsed down and start off with that blueberry facial. Then we'll get that shampoo rolling in. Not forgetting her little hot pocket. Now, of course, we'll use this soft rubber curry brush. We'll get her scrubbed up from head to paw for a few minutes. A couple times over, I checked the brush, nothing coming out, so just once more over. Now, a quick rinse down with a little towel cuddle. Now we're going to get her all nice and fluffy with that power dryer. And again, now she's super calm even with this, which is really crazy for a Frenchie. Once dry, we'll get that marigold spray worked in really well. And you can't really tell, but there's actually a lot of hair coming out, so we'll give you a nice little close-up, making it snow. Because of this, I'll move over to the Sleek Easy. That's going to help pull up that loose, dead coat a lot better than just that rubber brush. After about 5 or 10 minutes of this, you'll see all the results here. Now we're going to get her all bowed up. Check out that nice, clean, healthy, shiny coat. No crazy hair coming out, and she's all ready to go home. Today I got to work on this little guy, and his owners drove 4 hours from Vegas just to see me. You can tell right from the beginning he just wants to be held. So we're going to get those nails grinded, and he wasn't a big fan. So first I just used my head to block him. That works pretty well for those back ones, and holding them too, of course. But after I get the back ones done, that doesn't work too well with the front. He's like a little kitty cat just trying to crawl up and get me to hold him. So I get someone to help me, and then we can get those front nails finished up. Now we're going to get him in the bath and rinse down really well. We started off with that blueberry facial. We get that shampoo rolling in. Now I'm going to start getting him scrubbed up from head to paw with that rubber curry brush for a few minutes. Not forgetting his little baby toes. He's still trying to crawl out, and I convinced him to give me a little kiss. Back to the scrubbing. You can see I'm getting just a decent amount out. Now for that rinse down, quick towel dry. And the dryer, he actually did really well, but of course he wants to be held again. I get a little too low and he takes advantage and crawls on me. So now I just hold him to my chest. Once dry, we'll get that Premier spray with that rubber curry brush, get that rubbed in really well. Now he's losing even more hair, so we'll switch to that short hair refresh. Gonna brush him here for about 5 or 10 minutes. You can see the chunks of hair just falling off already. And he's being a super good boy. Get him a nice sweet bandana. Check out his nice, clean, healthy coat. No crazy hair coming out. He's all ready to go home, back to Vegas.